Alright, YouTube family, it's your boy, Superman 2000, on the way to work. Traffic is just, So, my main man, Cannabis Seals, hooked me up again. Last night, I was drinking my old dudes, getting ready to go to sleep. Then I see you post a comment on one of my videos saying, hey, Jon Jones is off UFC 200. I was so shocked last night. I thought maybe I was dreaming. I thought maybe it was the old duels. Because you know I drink out the old duels before I go to bed sometimes. And they have a red one and a green one. The red one, I think that's real alcohol. I don't think that's non-alcohol. That red one called Amber, that one takes you out. Nonetheless, I thought I was dreaming, so I didn't do anything. Then I woke up like 4 o'clock this morning. I said, let me check this out. So I read Jon Jones off UFC 200. And I'm like, no, this can't be real. This is like Nicolas Cage's toupee type deal. This can't be real. So I looked, but then I started seeing lots of comments, lots of articles bashing Jon Jones. Then I was like, something's wrong here. This does not feel right. This has Sith Lord Dana White written all over it. So I did some digging. Turns out Jon Jones failed the drug test 6/18, right? So 6/18, they knew he failed the drug test, but they choose to pull him now, right this close to the event, after they've used him and Daniel Cormier to sell the event as if it's going to go down, knowing full well that if they pull him from the event, Brock Lesnar v. Hunt as the main event card would not do well. So they pulled a bait and switch on us. They use that to reel us in, and then after the tickets are sold, the pay-per-view is sold, then all of a sudden, oh, by the way, Jon Jones failed his drug test, so we're going to go ahead and pull him. But since we already got your money, don't worry, we'll fill the gap with Brock Lesnar. Okay. Well, I submit, look, cops everywhere this morning. What's going on? I submit to you all along, the plan was to pull Jon Jones, bring in Brock Lesnar. There was never going to be a Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier. I submit that to you all along. Why? The mere fact that Brock Lesnar was exempt from testing, right? You did everything possible to bring Brock Lesnar in for the fight. You said, this guy, steroids? What steroids? You're kidding me. He's a good guy. Just look at him. All that big, bulky muscles. That's all natural. You know? Yeah, all natural. So, you make every effort. You did every single thing possible to bring in Brock Lesnar, right? After doing all that, bringing in Brock Lesnar, then during the time that you're not testing Brock Lesnar, you're testing Jon Jones. Now, for those of you who's all over Jon Jones saying, oh, Jon Jones screwed up, he's on drugs again. The doping test wasn't for cocaine. Now, I want to point out to you guys that one of his sponsors is a supplement company, which makes a supplement that has a warning label on it that says this supplement may cause false positives on USDA anti-doping drugs. So quite possibly a supplement that he could have taken from his sponsor, he's been working with a lot, could have caused that. But it's gonna be hard. You're gonna be hard pressed to convince me that Jon Jones, who wants to beat Daniel Cormier so bad, is gonna go out of his way to sniff cocaine. So stop jumping on the bandwagon, okay? This is what the UFC did. They knew they were going to pull the bait and switch. They knew they were going to put Daniel Cormier versus Jon Jones on the New York card. They knew they were going to do that. So, but they just put less. They just used this 200 card and put Jones and DC on it just to get us hype. The good old bait and switch, right? So now Lesnar and Hunt is the main card, and they can save DC and Jones for the New York card. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. Or they can add them to the UFC 202 card. Pretty slick. Very, very slick. But here's what upsets me. Now, my main man, Slam X 1976, guess what? He's bought tickets to UFC 200. All the other fight nights that's going to be in Las Vegas. He's flying there. He's representing the YouTube fight family, doing what the mainstream media won't do. He's going to provide coverage for us. He's going to be on his Snapchat live. Now I got to download Snapchat. I don't have my iPhone 4, so I'll be able to do it. But either way, I'll make it do what it do and get that. But nonetheless, so he bought his ticket. He's going here to provide live coverage. He was excited about the event. Now, the main reason he bought his ticket was that he could see DC Jones fight. And the coverage. Now, what are you going to tell a guy like that? Oh, it's too late. You bought your tickets. You flew all the way to Vegas. You may as well just go ahead and take the loss. That's what pisses me off. The bait and switch. Now, 6/18. If my math is right, 6 and the 12 months in a year, 6 is June. Isn't that's correct? So June 18th, you learn that he failed the test. Why not pull him then? Why wait until you're right about to go into the event to pull Jon Jones? After he's been training all this time up until this point. So let me get this right. So you let Brock Lesnar fight. No steroid test, all goody. But you won't let Jon Jones fight for blowing a positive off a supplement. Now, Jon Jones can appeal the USDA because they take an A sample and a B sample. He can file an appeal to have the B sample tested to see if, hey, you know, if it's a false positive, the B sample may show that it's that hey, I didn't blow a positive. This that the first test was an error. Like Anderson Silva, his A sample had a positive, but his B sample had a negative. But what his lawyer should have done is appealed the decision instead of going and doing the rigmarole. I don't know if these fighters have good lawyers, but I know Jon Jones, with all the trouble he gets into, he has the best lawyers on the planet, probably. So this to me is another example of Dana White and Lorenzo Fretta Sith Lord moves. There's always two. There always are, and this is what it is right now. The master and the apprentice. Two there always are. It's hard to tell in this case who is the Sith Lord. So here is what Dana White is going to do. He drags Daniel Cormier out there. Now, Daniel Cormier, he's a nice guy, but Daniel, you're a drama queen. If you're watching this, don't get upset. I know I'm going to interview you one day when I hit the big time. As my channel grows, Daniel Cormier, I'm going to interview you. Don't get upset. Daniel Cormier is a drama queen. You drag the drama queen out and you parade him. He says, oh man, I'm so disappointed. I can't believe Jon screwed this up. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, Jon messed this up. Oh, I was really wanting to fight. Meanwhile, Jon Jones getting his name dragged through the mud. But nobody is seeing what the real bait and switch is. The real bait and switch is that the fans spent their money on UFC 200 while UFC knowing full well ahead of time they were going to pull Jones off the card and there would not be a Jones come here fight. So we paid for something that we're not going to get. Then you say, but wait, like a telemarketing commercial, but there's more. We have Brock Lesnar, and Lesnar hunt should be excellent. Yeah, really. So this type of stuff that really, oh man, for luck, I don't want to curse, but it really expletive upsets me, man. So I'm just disturbed. So they knew they were going to pull him. They didn't tell us down to the wire. You know, so people already buy the pay-per-view, already bought the tickets. Everybody already ready to go, expecting to get there to that fight. But that's not what they're going to get. They're going to get something else. That's my problem. So now, Dana White comes out, the Sith Lord that he is, doing his drama queen bit to drag Jon Jones' name to the mud, you know, saying the loss. I my best Sith Lord impersonation for you guys. He says, the loss of Jon Jones from UFC 200 has left me horribly scarred. But my resolve is not weakened. I propose we form a new galactic empire and move with Mark Hunt and Brock Lesnar. So that's what he's done to the fans. That's my best Sith Lord impersonation, by the way. So that's what he's done to the fans. Pretty much giving us the bait and switch. Now, the next thing is that, like I said before, Brock Lesnar knew months ahead of time that he was going to be fighting Mark Hunt. So he has prepared for Mark Hunt, and he has an advantage on Mark Hunt. Is Mark Hunt going to beat him and walk over him? Before I was in the bag for Mark Hunt, but knowing what I know about the preparation time and special help that the UFC been giving Brock Lesnar behind the scenes, quote unquote, making the fight a good matchup for him. You get my drift? So it's hard to call, but I'm still gonna screw that. I'm staying in the back for Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt for the win. Second round knockout. That's what I pick and fight pick him. And by the way, my fight pick him ratio is 16 fights out of 30 I've picked correctly. So I'm a bad man. At least I'm working on improving the ratio. It's not too good, but you see what I'm saying. So the gist of this video, folks, is don't jump all over Jon Jones. Follow the money. Follow the money. There's a bait and switch going on here. Follow the money. I'm not buying it. So we paid for one thing and we're not gonna get what we paid for. So follow the money. That's my 2 cents from the fight cheer, guys. Peace out.